Hi, this is Roger, thanks for dropping by. This is like Roger's fun with flags. You probably won't get that. The troubles I'm going to get a picture of that tiny little set of 3 blooms. But I have taken lots of stills. I had to change the lens because basically this is the lens I use all the time. And the camera system, the come on brain, Olympus camera system is actually a 4/3 system. So when a lens physically says 14 to 54mm, it actually works like a 28 to 108. So it sort of doubles the relative power. Now that's the lens I use all the time, mainly because of the fact that it opens up nice and wide. So, you know, I've actually got a 2.8, 3.5 aperture on that one. But it was too far away. I'd have had to crop the picture to cut the superfluous stuff off with that lens. So I switched over to this one, which I don't use very often. Still an Olympus lens. It's still a very good lens, but its power is a lot greater. This is an 18 to 180, effectively times 2. So that's a 36mm to quite a lot. Oh, it says on there 360. That saves me doing the maths. So it's a more powerful telephoto basically. So it allowed me to zoom in closer. It's still got a minimum focus distance though, so I still couldn't get that close. So I'm still going to have to crop a little bit. Anyway, the fun with flags bit, which is not flags, it's fun with pictures. I'm going to incorporate into the video because it's easier. Probably 4 of the stills that I've taken, they're going to look incredibly similar. And people with small screens won't even see the differences probably, but I've used different exposures, different daylight settings, you know, from cloudy through to bright. I've done quite a few different settings. I will preview them and pick what I think are the best 4, and then in the comments section you can say which ones you think, or which one you think is the best, and then that's the one that will go off to the virtual table competition this month. We'll see how it does. As I said, I think its rarity will be part of it and its delicacy will be another, but it's still dependent on the photo being reasonable. I wish I could have had some brighter light to get some contrast, but you can only work with what you've got. Today is a cloudy day. I don't see any signs of it changing. If, however, it does brighten up considerably, I'll go through the motions again. You know, I mean, this is the lengths I've had to go to get the angle right. I actually tied the mount up to the roof to actually get it at that angle so that I could get those 3 blooms like that. And yeah, I mean, this is handheld, so I don't know how close it will let me get. But we can do the autofocus bit, which seemed to work last time. So I can get quite close with the video camera. Nonetheless, there will now follow, accompanied by a little bit of music, some photos, and they'll be numbered. And in the comment section, you can choose which number you think is the one that would be best suited to put into a virtual orchid competition. So yeah, so a bit of fun, and the end of my faffing around session. So I've got to download everything now and put it together, and I will probably for those who prefer that sort of thing, that do both. I'll probably put some pictures up on the Facebook group as well, with the option to choose there as well. But I think the closing date is it's soon anyway. I think it's in the next couple of days, so this decision's got to be made quite quickly so that I can send it off before the closing date, and we'll go from there. But that's all I've got. I mean, the Miltonia's only got one bloom and it's not quite open. I haven't had that anywhere near long enough to even think about putting the Masdevallia in. What else have I got? You know, it's just that. I mean, this would actually make quite a nice photo, quite honestly. Sort of. But then there's several blooms on there not open yet. But I could contrive that by coming round to where the majority of the blooms are open. But it's got no ID. The fact that it's not what it's meant to be, I don't know what it is. So it's got no ID. So that they just don't work as well. The same would go for the Vanda up there. It's a lovely spike. And virtually all the buds are open. Some judges actually like a couple of buds still to go. It shows progression. But again, no ID, you know, even though it's a nice spike. So I've made the decision. It's it's going to be this. And I suspect a fair few of the judges will have never have heard of it. Well, we'll run with it anyway. See you next time.